Hello, BookTube. I know I only done a whole last Monday, but I thought it's been a week and I found three more books, so I thought I'm gonna talk about those today. And yeah, I found three books. The first one was an Agatha Christie. I haven't brought an Agatha Christie book in literally so long, but normally I buy those type of hardcovers here. I don't know what these ones are exactly called. The Agatha Christie collection, that's it. This is the Stratford Mystery. I have a big stack of these. I only keep my favorite Christie ones, but I didn't find one of those. I actually found a facsimile edition of After the Funeral, which it's a bit warped on the side and all that, but that's okay. I've always liked After the Funeral. I would honestly say this is Agatha Christie's last genuinely incredible book. Because this was published in what year was this? This was 1953, and obviously Christie lived for a while after that, obviously. But yeah, I didn't own a copy of this, so I'm glad I have After the Funeral. I am tempted to do a reread of all of Agatha Christie. I haven't read everything by her. I've pretty much done the majority of the main mysteries, but those were like nearly, I don't want to know how long ago that was, probably 7 years ago or whatever, but yeah, I'm slowly building up my favorite Agatha Christie books, and yeah, I can't wait to reread this when I get a chance. But I've always loved After the Funeral. The family dynamics in here are peak Christie, and I've always loved that for After the Funeral. For those wondering, my favorite Christie detective book is Cards on the Table. I know that's a hot take because not many people would even put that in their top 15, but I think it's incredible. And obviously, books like Death on the Nile and Murder of Roger Ackroyd are great as well. But yeah, I found a Christie, and look at me buying mysteries. I've never been much of a mystery person. Besides Christie and P.G. Wodehouse, those are like the only three. Oh no, three, two. And there was also P.D. James. I got them confused, but Christie, P.D. James, P.G. Wodehouse. I don't know if he's exactly a mystery author in that same way that Christie is, and also I guess Heyer too because I have to include her. But those are some of my favorite mysteries, or whatever. So I have that, and then speaking of Miss Georgia Heyer, I found two Heyer hardcovers here. This is and The Conqueror. Here it is. This is, someone had to bind this up a bit because it's got an obvious tear, so they had to add the a little stamp pressing or something of those other letters out, and it's got a bit of a tear on the back or whatever, but it's literally fine. It's got a library sticker on it. Yeah, I own The Conqueror as a old, prehistorically old, withering away mass market, and I'm holding off till I find the trade paperback, and I'll keep this hardcover for now because I don't need 3 copies of The Conqueror at a certain point when I find that trade paperback. But I always like The Conqueror. Go check out my Heyer time on it because I have a lot of things to say about The Conqueror. Again, it's one of Hayer's probably most famous historical novels that's purely historical fiction, not just a romance. There are romance elements in here, but yeah, I found The Conqueror. Then the last book I found, and I think this one's really cute. This is her novel, Simon the Cold Heart. Look at this cover right here. How cool is that? And on the back, it's got the little side, and then you got some of the uniform editions. I find it interesting. The first thing I found with this this cover is how Georgette Heyer's name is capitalized, because the G's capitalized but not Heyer, like the H. I don't know why, but I love this, the period outfits. I love, it's just so cool. For those who don't know, Simon was originally published in 1925, so 4 years into Heyer's career. This is her, I think, second historical novel. Definitely I think her first medieval novel-ish too. I don't think this is pure medieval. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've read it. But yeah, this is a reissue of that. Again, I have a prehistorically old trade paperback of it, but now that I found a hardcover, I may keep an eye out for, again, the trade paperback, but this will do definitely for now because it's in literally perfect condition for a book that's literally 50 years old. And yes, I found those. And so when it comes to Heyer, I wrote this down. in terms of what I'm looking for, because I've decided this is turned into me ranting about my hair collection. Um, I've decided that I'm only gonna stick to um, the Arrow edition trade paperbacks, finding the rest of them because I have the majority of them, at least of her historical fiction novels and her romances. The only ones I'm on the hunt for are Simon the Cold Heart, Powder and Patch, The Conqueror, Royal Escape, The Foundling, Sylvester, Frederica, and The Tollgate, which I love The Tollgate. I don't even own a copy of The Tollgate, which is actually surprising. But those are what I'm looking for when it comes to Arrow editions, like trade paperbacks. When it comes to hardcovers, because I've always been a bit confused on whether should I invest in Hey hardcovers. I have a couple or whatever, but I refuse to buy a hardcover that is so prehistorically old in that I pick it up and it instantly just starts breaking on me. A lot of the ones I found secondhand are like that, so I don't buy them. But I do have a couple old ones that are literally 60 years old and they hold up perfectly. Like the dust jacket's a bit torn or something, but it's in perfect condition. So I'm deciding I'm going to keep looking for hardcovers, but only ones that are in better condition or like reprints like this or whatever. And that's just a quick rant about my hay collection and what putting boundaries for myself when it comes to buying hay, because I used to be an absolute hoarder when it comes to her. I had trade paperbacks, I had hardcovers, mass markets. Like it looks like a shrine at a certain point. And I've gotten rid of all of my my mass markets. I done that months ago now because I found a big stash of the trade paperbacks, and so I don't miss them at all, to be honest. And I've got her as ebooks too. So like I have an insane amount of Georgia Hare, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm just setting boundaries for myself when it comes to Hare. So I'm on the hunt for those trade paperbacks. So manifest those to come into my life at a certain point. And yeah, so that was just a quick little ranty hole. And yeah, go check out Heyo, go check out Christy. And yeah, thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.